What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on? What it do, baby blue?
All right. Hey. Before we get started, man, hey, everybody on here in the comment section, we ask you to do a couple things for us every time, man. Like, subscribe, share, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that blue bell notification so you'll never miss the show, right? Hey, we got a lot to talk about today, man. We got two divisional leaders in ourselves, and surprisingly, the Chicago Bears, who's actually been playing good this year. The two divisional leaders, they lead the NFC North. We got the East. We're going to meet today. Everybody's, of course, they're talking about playoff implications and what this is going to mean going down the road and all of this stuff and all this good jazz. And we just coming off a butt whooping. We just got our butts whooped by the Cowboys, and they went in there and whooped some more ass last night against the Chiefs. And you know what I mean? The Cowboys on ass whooping streak, man. We fell victim to it, so we gotta take our revenge out on these Bears, man. We gotta take some revenge. How y'all doing?
Hey, it's a good day. Yesterday was good. Yesterday was good. Nice Turkey Day. Everything was good until I guess I made the mistake of wanting them Chiefs to beat up on them Cowboys, and they just couldn't do it, man. They just couldn't do it.
Other than that, it wasn't a mistake. Shit, I think the entire country wanted that to happen.
Everybody who's sane anyway.
Yeah. Only time people want the Chiefs to lose is when they make it to the Super Bowl because they're there all the goddamn time. But other than that, hey, whip some ass. Hey, so we'll get right onto it, man. Gotti, we'll start with you, man. Everybody knows, I know, Sally know the Eagles had a roller coaster up and down season, man. Offense clicking half a quarter. They come back the next quarter. They look like the bad news Bears. Man, we don't know what's going on, man. So the Eagles attack the Bears. How are we going to attack the Bears defense early?
Passing game, man. I shouldn't even have led with that. Y'all should have just said, besides, what about the passing game? Because you already know that's where I'm going with. Hey, so twice this year, some big numbers against the Bears. Versus Detroit. Detroit scored 52 on them, and the Bengals scored 42. I think that was the two highest amounts of points that was scored against them. And the main thing was the passing, man. Detroit had 344 yards passing, and the Bengals had 449 yards passing. So it seems like that's the key to a successful, a good win, because you had a lot of close games, had some wins, but not a lot of passes against them. But those games were close. But to put up numbers against the Bears, you can't pass against them. So 5 passing touchdowns, Detroit, 4 passing touchdowns, Cincinnati, and they're spreading the ball around. Detroit had 8 receivers catching the ball, and the Bengals had 7. So, the key is to get that ball spread around, get that ball in the air, put up some yards against their secondary, and for us to win the game.
Okay, Sal.
Hey, I'm not going to Gotti right, and I think we need to come up with the passing game, because most times people expect us to run the ball on the first series. People expect us to run the ball. Go ahead and test their DBs and their safeties back there. Go ahead and put, let AJ and Devontae go out there and run some seams and throw the ball deep and test, because they got CJ over there now. So we're going to see. They got CJ Gardner over there now, but just test them and see what they can do, because like he said, they susceptible to the pass. So let's go ahead and just pass the ball and start it early.
Yeah. Hey, I agree with that, man. I also think that we need to switch up our running style very, very early. We can put Saquon in there for the sake of the starting, but we definitely need to see Tank in there, man. We need to see other faces that are running the ball predominantly, not just coming in, one series or a couple downs every now and then. I mean, we really need to, revise our running game. Obviously, Saquon he don't have that magic that he had last year, right? And I don't know what's going on, man. He just, I don't know. There's been a couple of times looking at the film. There's been a couple open holes, and I don't know, man. He just sees something else. So, moving forward, I don't know what it is, but definitely agree on the passing game, man. Especially with the Bears, they have a couple key injuries in their secondary, so this is the perfect time to exploit them, man. I mean, for what it's worth. I mean, but like I said, they've been on a tear, man. They did what we couldn't do. They beat the Cowboys. They destroyed the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? They've been on some of the NFL juggernauts. You know what I mean? They're talking about the I won't say juggernauts, man, but you know the Vikings was doing their thing until they got exposed. The Steelers, you know, they battling for the AFC North, right? AFC North. Yeah,
They
them and
back
the
in,
Ravens.
they back in first over there. Ain't they back in first?
Yeah,
In
they
the AFC
back in
North?
first with Lamar. Lamar, you know, shit in the bed
Yep.
last night, man. I don't know what he was doing, man. That whole team, man, it was just looking crazy. He couldn't secure the ball to save his life, man, or his paycheck. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, man. They just had a horrible night last night. And you let Joe Burrow come back. I mean, he don't miss 8-9 games, and he come back looking like, you know, MVP form. So I don't know, man. So hey, so Sal, man, what does Jalen need to do this game, man, to set the tone?
Like I said, you know, Jalen needs to come out passing the ball. He needs to come out slinging the ball, but he also needs to. I mean, everybody knows Jalen's getting a lot of criticism for the way he plays ball, how he plays. He needs to also be able to come to the line. If we see something he don't like, be able to make those changes at the line of scrimmage. Change the play up. We haven't seen that. You know, he's not changing the plays. He just run. He sees the defense and he runs with what he has instead of changing the play. So I need Jalen to come to the line. If he sees something he don't like, make change at the line of scrimmage and change the play up.
Yeah, they said they got it said last time, and he come to the line with one play and that's it. I don't care what happens. I don't care what the defense shows, man. I am running this play because nobody told me anything else, right? So, hey, what do you think, Gotti?
Man, I think he needs to throw the ball, and I'm not talking about a pass play, right?
Yeah,
I'm not talking about the coach calling pass plays. I think he needs to throw the ball, right? I hate watching other teams do things, and I'm like, why aren't we doing it, right? So I put this in the chat last night. I watched Dallas last night, and they're throwing the ball, and they're either going to catch they're going to let their receiver make the play, or they're going to draw a pass interference, right? Yeah. Big chunk play, get them downfield. They are launching that ball up. Watch Cincinnati, they did the same thing. So I think he needs to throw the ball, and like I said, when I say that, I mean he needs to let his receivers make the plays, right? You got AJ Brown, big body back there. You know, throw the ball. Maybe he's going to dust him. He ain't got no body, but he's going to dust him. But has to get the ball out. He needs to throw to open. It seems like a lot of times he's waiting for the play to develop instead of, you know, the receiver should be expecting the ball. Every route, the receiver should be expecting the ball, right? Do your 5 and out, 10 and out, come back or whatever. Every time you turn around, you're expecting the ball to be there. But it seems like we don't even have a lot of plays developed like that unless it's like a back shoulder throw to AJ. We don't have a lot of those timing plays. Couple of them to the tight end. The tight end does his 5 and out and the ball's there. But I don't think we have a lot of plays to where he gets a chance to throw to open. But he has to throw the ball. And then the play that made the turning point against Dallas was that 3rd and 2, and he took that sack. Mm-hmm. Right? Throw the ball. Whether it's throwing it away, throwing it at somebody's feet, he has to throw the ball. So the key for Jalen is to throw the ball. Throw it to try to draw the pass interference, or throw it to let your receiver make the play, or throw it to avoid the sack. But he has to throw the ball. Got to get rid of that ball.
Even on that play, man, the 3rd and 2, I mean, there wasn't a defender until maybe 6 yards down the field. You know what I'm saying? He could have did a quarterback draw on that one. I mean, could have easily extended the drive on that one. I mean, the hole was wide open. I mean, he could have damn near just walked, just act like he walking and just tiptoeing up to the line. He could have made that, man. It was that the hole was that wide open. And I'm not even exaggerating. What's going on, Timberlake? Timberlake.
Yeah, Timberlake said ignore the run plays on 3rd and long. So now some of those 3rd and long run plays are designed to punt. Like we're just gonna run a play, get a punter some room. It's kind of like accepting defeat. And like, hey, let's give them the ball and we'll regroup next play. But the key is not to get in those 3rd and long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, some of them are designed to just some of them are designed to just admit defeat in that series, regroup, punt the ball away, and try again. But we got to stay out of those. We got to stay out of those.
Long. Yeah, we got to stay out of the 3rd and 8s, 3rd and 7s. Yeah, we need to stay away from those.
On the other side, man, Kimberly, shit, all these Burleys, man. We another
All these
thing is
Burleys.
they run it like you said when you it's basically essentially the same thing when you admit defeat, but you're setting yourself up. You want to run to the middle of the field when you're getting ready to kick the ball, kick a field goal or something like that. So you're not kicking from the left or the right hash marks, right? So you'll run the ball then. Knowing you're not going to make it, but you just want to set yourself up for better chances for that field goal percentage and let Jake do his thing, man. Hey, so your offense, man, the offensive X factor. Who you got, Sally, in this game, man?
You know, I'm hoping and praying that they've been listening. I think my X factor for this offensive game is going to be, I'm going to go for this long shot. I think Tank is going to be the X factor on offense on this game.
I don't even think it's a long shot. I think that's one of the things that's glaring in our face, man. But they just not listening. They got the opportunity to sit here and watch the show. Sal, you've been saying this for a couple weeks. I don't know what they're doing, man. They act like the shit is more important than watching the Regal Eagle. You see what I'm saying? They are like getting ready for the game is more important than watching the Regal Eagle. I mean, we giving them. Teams will pay for this advice. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't care about your production meeting.
I don't care about it. I don't care about your video. I don't care about all that. None of that stuff, man. Watch the goddamn Regal Eagle. Who you got, Gotti?
Well, we know. I mean, we would like for Tank, to go out there and start and hammer away at the line at the defense. We know that's not going to happen. So I'm on the same lines. I'm with you, Sal. It's got to be the running back position, man. It's got to be Barkley. We came out firing last week. We were all pass last week, all pass, and that's what the coaches are looking at. We were successful at it in the first half, and I think that Chicago is going to look for us to do that again, do what we were successful at. And in order for us to continue to be successful at it, we have to have a running game for them to fear. Dallas didn't fear the run game in the second half, and look what happened. So I think the X factor is, I mean, we keep saying it week after week. One of these weeks is going to be Barkley's week, and I'm hoping it's going to be this week. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping it's going to be this week. I'm hoping we got our stuff together. I don't see the Eagles being prepared for another two straight losses like we did a few weeks ago with Denver and New York. But we got to get our stuff together. We have to make sure this is mixed up. Get Barkley going in the run game. He got to hit those holes. All that dancing around was pretty last year, all them spins, and then you score 80-some-yard touchdown. Man, that shit ain't working this year, Holmes. You got to hit that hole. They're there. Get 3-4 yards a pop. Stop all that spinning in the backfield, because you're not going nowhere when you spin, right? You're just standing there. There's potential for your feet to get stuck in the grass or the turf, twist the ankle, whatever. Right now it's not conducive. You've got to try to change his style up, which I know is kind of hard because he's been running like that all his life. But that factor, man, that running back position has to get going.
Yeah, I agree. I can't, agree with everything. I'll have to take it a different way just for the content of the show. Hey, so I definitely agree on the running back position. I would like to see Dotson be able to be utilized a lot more, you know what I'm saying? Coming out of the slot, doing whatever. But my X factor for this game is going to be those tight ends. Whichever one is in there is going to be Calcaterra, is going to be Goddard. Then the reason why I say that is because their secondary is they're kind of tender right now. They kind of injured a little bit. So we definitely have to be able to exploit that, you know what I'm saying, those 7 yards or 10 yards passes right across the middle or something like that. You know what I mean? Bring a tight end across the middle, do that, and then you do enough of that. That's going to bring their secondary up to try to stop that. And now you opening up those seams for AJ. You open up those seams for Devontae and you know what I mean, whoever's going to come out on the outside. And then you combine that with the run game. You bolster the run game from the beginning to be able to set up those passing plays. That's who my X factor is going to be. Either one of those tight ends. You pick one, you throw the ball, dump the ball right over the blitz, right over the linebacking core or whatever you're going to do, and then I think we'll have success over that, man. But hey, what do we know? You know what I'm saying? What do we know? I don't know, man. Hey, so the offensive player not named Jalen Hurts for this game, man. Who you got, Gotti?
Man, this is more of a pride / veteran / motivational type aspect for this answer. We got playmakers out there. We got people who score touchdowns, people who throw the ball, people who run the ball. But we need somebody to go in there and and make that speech that, look, what we're doing, our section is not doing enough, including myself, right?
Yeah.
And that's Jordan Mailata, right? He's the captain of that line, right? I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn who's been there longer or whatever. Like if it was Jason Kelsey at center, it would be him. But our center is not the captain of that line. It's Jordan Mailata. And our line has been sucking ass for the last few weeks, as a core, at individually, those pre-snap penalties, like we can get away with the holdings, here and there. That's fine. We got to protect our people. But pre-snap penalties, lining up false starts, if the captain of the team is doing that, what do you think his lieutenants are going to do, right? But then the captain has to go up there and be like, look, I've been messing up, but every play, we need to make sure that every play is zone play and do the best you can at every play, right? I don't know if they need to listen to that speech that Al Pacino gave in Any Given Sunday. You know what I'm saying? It's a game of inches. Listen, I almost cried. That's probably like the best football speech I ever heard in my life. Like, I think that's the best speech I ever heard in my life, period. And it's fiction. But you can apply that, to anything. You know what I'm saying? Game of inches, you get there too fast, you missed it, you get there 1 second too late, you miss it, but it's just somebody has to knuckle down on that line, snatch those dudes up, man, and say, look, we're not doing a good enough job back here. You know what I'm saying? Blocking, pre-snap penalties, fundamentals, asking for help, calling out this, calling out that. It starts at the line, man. So if our quarterback doesn't have that time back there, if those holes aren't open up for that running back back there, this is going to be a long day. So I think the X factor on a non-physical basis is going to be Jordan Mailata getting that line straight. The receivers, I think the receivers and the quarterback, they got their own motivation. They want to score, they want to get these yards, they want that money. But those linemen, man, they don't have those, like Mitch said, they don't have those pretty stats, like like those receivers and quarterbacks and stuff like that. But they do have stats out there. Gave up a sack, all this and that, and then on the replays, you're gonna be the highlight of them replays, especially when somebody gets a sack. Oh, he just zips past Jordan Mailata. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that to be you. So it starts there at that line. Jordan Mailata has to get there, snatch those guys up, and let them know what the deal is, so we can be successful today. I was about to say tomorrow, so we can be successful in about 5 hours. Start in 5 hours.
Timberly, Lane ain't playing today. She said Lane need to be the person. The most he's out for the game, unfortunately. So we got to deal with that on the right side. They don't have a real dominant player on their left side of their defense that's gonna, hey, it is what it is, man. But those guys hold it down. Who you got, Sal?
Real quick, Timberly, I got that for my birthday too. I got the Eagle for my birthday too. But as far as offensive player for me, I think in these last few weeks, when it comes to the passing game, we've seen that AJ's been pretty non-existent for me. So I think besides Jalen Hurts, I think it's like, I know, hey, great what Gotti was saying about the line and my lot and all that stuff, but for me, I think it's Smitty, man. I think it's Smitty because to me, it's kind of like, for me, it's a little bit like passing under the guard a little bit, because Smitty's been taking over for me as that number one receiver. And because now to me, AJ is just number two. Smitty's been number one. Smitty's been coming in clutch with them passes he's been catching. So for me, I think as far as besides Jalen, the one throwing the ball, Smitty is the most other important offensive player on that field right
now. I can take that. I mean, people. I say this all the time, man. People forget how good Smitty really is. But it shows the dynamics of football, right? A receiver, that's why a lot of them are divas. You know what I'm saying? The Terrell Owens, the Randy Moss, all these guys, because they know that they're great, but you can waste a receiver's prime years, their Hall of Fame years, if they're not getting the ball. You know what I'm saying? If you're not throwing them the ball, that's how they get their contract extensions. That's how they make that legacy. And then there's a lot of factors that goes into that. So the line has to be playing good. You know what I mean? They have to hold up the time to give that quarterback that 2 to 3 seconds to be able to see what's going on, analyze the play, do his checkdowns, and then throw the ball to him. You know what I'm saying? So, but I say that because Devontae Smith, man, he is a great, great receiver. I don't think he gets the love that he deserves, man, especially when you look at like what he's been doing his entire career, collegiate and professional. I mean, the Heisman Trophy winner, you know what I'm saying, championship caliber team at the collegiate level, come up to the professional level. He's doing the same thing. He's just that quiet assassin that they call him, man. He just I want him to be loud. I'll be a little loud this game. Do something, man. So hey, so moving forward, man, y'all know we got some familiar faces over there on Chicago going forward. We got some familiar faces on Chicago, man. It's running and do all this type of stuff, man. So, Sal, man, what you think we should do against their running threat, and especially their QB mobility?
Yeah. Now I would say, in the past, Eagles been pretty good as far as stopping some running attacks, and especially with the mobile quarterbacks. So I mean, we had a good with Lamar. We kind of stopped Lamar and even JD5 a few times. So I think that it's going to take our D line. To me, they wasn't really that yet. Last week they wasn't really pushing like they have been in the past. So I think it's going to be on our D line to get that penetration pause. Get that penetration through that O line, you know what I'm saying, and get to the QB. They gotta. I know they're gonna push it and have Caleb scrambling, but we gotta make sure them corners come in and collapse that pocket and swallow them up. So it's gonna be in our D line to go ahead and make that happen.
No, yeah, good stuff, man. What you got it?
Hey man, hey, my man Sally said that the D need to swallow him up, man. I mean, I don't know how anybody can follow that, man. I think that was number 2 to my Al Pacino speech, but anyway. But yeah, I'm on the same lines, man. We gotta contain him and collapse the pocket, man. We can't have him running outside, extending the play. So it's going to be a combination of two things that we're going to need. We're going to need those edge rushers to make sure they keep contained. Let those defensive linemen get penetration through up the middle. Collapse that pocket. But to complement that, we need some good coverage in the secondary. So Caleb Williams will take off. He's been great. He's not the same Caleb Williams from last year. He's been great, but he will take some sacks. Those 2 games that I mentioned earlier, I think he had 4 sacks against Detroit, and maybe like 3 or 4 against Cincinnati. So if he's not passing the ball, he's not getting yards. So we need to get those guys up there and get those sacks. But definitely, I think one of the main things is to contain him, because that's going to open up either him extending the play or him running the ball, getting even if it's 2, 3, 4 yards. Those are running back numbers, 3, 4 yards pop. Even if it's 2 or 3, 4 yards, we don't need that. And that those 3, 4 yards could come when it's 3rd or 4th and 2 or 3. So definitely containing him, keeping him inside that pocket. If he decides to run, let him run to a linebacker, and I'll get the stop.
Yeah, I think Caleb Williams is a prime example of how systems work inside of the NFL. Because, like I said, he's the same Caleb Williams to me. I mean, he's been making plays ever since he was at UFC. I mean, he was a 2022 Heisman winner. You know what I'm saying? Drafted first over Jaden Daniels and all of this type of stuff. Although that's, people will look at that and you could say, oh, Jaden should have been drafted first. Hey, it is what it is, man. But it just shows that, you bring the guy in there from Detroit, the offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson. He's coming there doing that thing. And then most of all, he's provided Caleb with the time to actually throw the ball, actually, scan the field, do the proper checkdowns and make those things, because he's a scrambling quarterback. He's the number 3 running person. I mean, the most running yards on the team because of that. So you go through that, and those scrambling quarterbacks, they like to extend those plays a little bit more instead of sometimes like the pocket passer. They're quick to throw the ball out. You know what I'm saying? Avoid the sack at all costs and all of this. But he's a scrambler, so he's going to want to run around and do all of this type of stuff. So that's why I say maintaining a good QB spy on him, bringing up some corner blitzes. That's what I want to see. All right, man. Who get cooked? Coop. Hey, Coop. I need you to keep your eyes on Caleb, man, because you are not you are not that guy for that one-on-one coverage, especially after 10 yards, man. You were not that guy. So hey, stay up there, do those corner blitz, stay in the nickel, do the nickel corner. You do all of that type of stuff and provide that pressure. It's gonna be a collaborative effort between him and Zach Bond and Alexander and all those guys, man. No, Phillips, and doing all that type of stuff and going from there, man. That's what I really want to see to contain him. A definitive guy throughout the game that keeps eyes on him. So, hey, got it, man. Which DB we're gonna be tested? Which one's gonna be tested the most?
Hey, man, look at
and see the Eagles responding.
If I was Chicago, I'm gonna look at the film from last week, right? You look at Dallas has the #1 passing offense in the NFL, right? So if I'm Chicago, I'm going to go back and look at and see what the #1 passing quarterback did to be successful, and that is torch Coop. Look, I'm sure everybody, coach. Let me line up on Coop's side. I gotta get this 100 yards for FanDuel or whatever. They count on me. Put me on Coop's side. If I'm a coach, if I'm a wide receiver coach, quarterback coach, play calling coach, that's what I'm doing, right? You need a chunk play, go for it. 1st and 10, go for the long ball and see if you get lucky. You're either gonna catch the ball, you're gonna get a pass interference, or it's gonna be an incomplete pass, right? Just make sure it's not an interception, right? So you got 75% chance of being successful if you throw the ball to Coop. So make them try to send help his way, cheat somebody over. If you cheat somebody over, you're opening up something else, right? So just keep it. I would exploit Coop, first 2 plays or maybe the first series to see what it is, see what adjustments the Eagles made from Dallas. But I would definitely go out there and test them. We already know they're not going to test Mitchell, right? At the corner spot. We already know that. But definitely, man, Coop, I'm not even gonna say he got exposed. We know he's not that type of coverer, right? We know he can't cover CD Lambs and the Pickens. We know he can't do that. It's just that the Eagles have him there, so they're going to just take advantage of that matchup, right? And I would do it. It's just like when you got your starting corner go out and you put a rookie in. The very next play, you should be throwing to that rookie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that might just be for a play or two. But we're gonna have Coop back. If we're gonna have Coop back there the whole game, I'm gonna work him the whole game, the whole game. So work him until he get tired. I'm working like a rented mule. So if I was the Bears, that's where I'd go. I'd be Coop all day.
100%.
Who you going at, Sal?
Hey, Gotti hit it right. He hit the nail on the head, man. Because it's sad to say, but when I think about Coop on one-on-one coverage. And the other teams, I'm pretty sure, seem the same way. It's like I said before last week. It's like he like Bradbury back there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna throw it to the receiver. Either going to be a catch, it's going to be a PI. So either way, because we know, like I said, Coop can't play one-on-one coverage like that. So I'm gonna attack Coop off the rip. I mean, I don't know who he's gonna be on his side, DJ Moore, who's gonna be on his side, but I'm attacking Coop the whole game.
That's why I was so mad when old guy, man, he came to the team. I can't think of his name right now. He came to the team, signed him, brought him over. Then he go call himself fucking retired. He want to retire because man, that pissed me off so bad. But we had the injury. That's why we put Coop over there. Obviously we know that's not his position. Everybody knows that's not a position. But I mean, definitely want to keep him over there, keep him out of the way of those long balls, man. Because if you need a long play. If you need a 3rd and 15 or something like that, the Bears need a 3rd and 15, just throw it Coop's way. You're going to catch it or you're going to get the pass interference like Sally said, man, and then you go from there. But, looking at these guys moving forward, I just really want to see, Coop in that nickel slot, doing his thing, man, disguising some coverage, man, some cover 2, some cover 3, some robbers, something like that to get the people involved. And then if Coop does have to run over and get somebody, you got that help. That help is going to come over there quickly. I'm gonna bring that help after 6, 7, 8 yards. That help is run over there to Coop, man. If they it's something, man. We gotta do the emergency or what's old boy? You stick your leg out and try to trip the receiver or something. Do something, man. Do a Mike Tomlin or something. Pull a Mike Tomlin and trip the receiver on the side. Something, man, because Cooper's going to get burnt every single time, man, like everybody's saying, man. We all know this to be true. Hey, so the Bears offensive player poses the highest mismatch for the Eagles? Who you got?
I mean, I'm going to have to say so. The Bears in the last 5 games, the Bears have had 2 100-yard receivers, right? And one of those 100-yard games, receiver had a 58-yard completion, right? So that's almost half right there of his 118 yards. And then another receiver had 114 yards. So the last 5 games, they had 2 games over 100 yards receiving. The last 5 games, the leading rushers were either, I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, begins with an M, or Swift, and the second leading rusher is Caleb Williams.
Monaga.
So, huh?
Monaga.
Yeah.
Yep.
So to me, the biggest threat is Caleb Williams, right? Caleb, he's the second leading rusher on the team.
Third.
And they don't have a lot of depth. Not to say depth. They don't have a lot of. So they only had 2 100-yard receiving games, but they're spreading the ball around. But the center of that is Caleb Williams. So that's why I think he's the biggest threat. He can throw the ball, he can run the ball. You know, he does make good adjustments at the line. But I just think that he's the core of their offense. They don't have a lot of playmakers like other teams do. But it seems like the focus of everything, you know, week to week is Caleb Williams. So I think if we can neutralize him, you know, definitely stop him from running. Like I say, he's the second leading rusher on the team each week. Each week he's number 2. Stop him from running, get him uncomfortable in the pocket, get some sacks, and that'll disrupt their offense.
Who you got, Sal?
Now I understand where Gotti coming from as far as Caleb, because he's a fast. I mean, he's rushing, he's throwing, and all that. But as far as a mismatch goes, when it comes to mismatch, it's going to be the mismatch for me is whoever Coop's guarding. That's going to be the biggest mismatch. Either DJ Moore or Odunze. Whoever he's guarding over there, that's what they're going to target, and that's where the biggest mismatch is going to come as far as the offensive side of the ball is going to be.
Yeah, I think Colston Loveland, that's who you were talking about with the 58-yard Gotti.
Yeah, Loveland,
yeah. Yeah, that tight end. They have, you know, pretty good chemistry. Like I said, they don't have a lot of A-list names on the team that they're doing it, but they're definitely, the Bears are definitely making it happen, man. They're 8-3, man, leading the division. And they're in a tough division too. It's not like they're in a candy division. It's not like they're in the NFC West or something like that. I mean, they have the NFC South. It's not like they're playing in there. So I mean, they got another game against the 49ers. They play the Green Bay, they play us, and they play the Lions again to end off their season, man. So depending on how they're looking coming out of there, man, the Bears are looking really, really good, man. I'm not saying shit. They about to come in there and got them Lincoln and cause a ruckus, but they're looking good on the ass end of their season, man. So hey, so are the kickers going to be trusted? It's supposed to be a little windy out there. Supposed to be a little windy. What you got, Sal?
Well, I mean, I'm going to, you know, as far as it's going to be a little windy out there, and I'll say that, but I think this season, I mean, Jake's only missed one was last week the only field goal he missed so far this season?
He missed 2 in the last 5 games.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, his stats are way better than they were the season before.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I think he got his little swagger back a little bit. He's been kicking pretty good. So for us, I would say yes. Jake is. I think I could trust Jake. I mean, last week they put him. It was trying to kick how long was that field goal he missed last week? Almost 60 yards.
I think it was the 50s. 50. Well, that was 58 yards. I think that was it.
Yeah, I think it was like 58.
Yeah, 58 yards.
But I think, you know, as far as kickers, I think, you know, we can trust Jake. So I'm gonna put my, you know, when it comes to that, I'm gonna put my faith in Jake.
What you think? Got it.
Yeah, definitely. Jake missed 2 in the last 5 games. He missed 1 against Dallas. He missed 1 against New York. Their kicker missed 3 in the last 5 games. He was 4 for 5 against the Vikings, 2 for 3 against Cincinnati, and 3 for 4 against Baltimore. So I don't know what the yardage was on those, but you know, 3 in the last 5 games and 2 in the last 5 games. Those aren't terrible numbers. But I know it's windy out there. Y'all know where I'm at right now, right the hour away in Detroit, and my damn furniture is blowing all over the place outside. But when we played that Detroit, it was windy, and Jake was 3 for 3.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, he'll be able to adjust the windage. I think, you know, his main issue is just the one-offs and those long field goals. We got to get out of situations to where we got him kicking those long field goals, 50 some yards. I know that's their job, man, but it's also the offensive job and the coach's job to get him in positions where that kick is higher percentage for him to make. You know what I'm saying? So, but definitely, I would definitely trust him. Just like Nick said, they asked Nick, "Hey, why'd you kick it?" He say, "I trust my kicker." Right? So, you're not gonna get out there and keep running the ball, going for 2 every time. Because you don't trust your kicker. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put his faith out there. The year we went to the Super Bowl, the year we won the first Super Bowl, he kicked that 61-yarder against New York. You know what I'm saying? So you sometimes you got to get those kickers out there. Actually, I don't even know if it was Jake, but it's just still you gotta put your trust in those kickers. They out there, they make that money to do that one thing, and make them do it. The only issue, like I said, is probably going to be the win. But Jake was successful against Detroit with that win. Made his adjustments. But I have full faith in him, and I think he can be trusted to win the game today.
Yeah, I think he's not a kicker, he's a punter, but Braden's going to have a job to do as well, man. Those guys, pinning those guys down inside of the 20 as much as possible, doing that. That's going to be key as well on special teams, doing that, pinning those guys, making it very, very hard for them to come back, man. So we talking grades, man.
He was sucky last, man. He normally booms.
Yeah.
Those kicks. I'm talking about 60 yards. We're on our 20. He's kicking the ball down, down in their 20 or pin him or whatever. He's usually good. But for some reason, I don't know what it was against Dallas. I mean, we played inside, so it wasn't a win thing or whatever. He was kicking terribly last week. But hopefully, at home he does pretty good, man. He has a big leg on him.
Yeah, he does.
I think that would have helped last week with field position. But he was terrible last couple games. But definitely he's definitely gonna be a key factor in the kicking game as well.
So we on the special team, we on the kickers, we on the punters. What grade would you give our special team so far?
I definitely think they're in the passing category, especially so far. If you're talking about the season, we got those block kicks. We got touchdowns on special teams and stuff like that. No kicker is going to make every kick. So even if they miss a few, you kind of can't even deduct it because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's just, does it happen at a bad time? Yes, it does. But they're going to miss kicks. It's kind of like part of the job. Like, can you miss a kick? Yes. All right, you're hired. You're going to miss a kick. So I think, they're in the A's, maybe just the kicking aspect of the special teams that's going to put us in the A column. But it's but also we need to start getting better at getting those kick returns, which are also part of special teams. Getting those kick returns, not settling for 10, 15 yards, man. We got to get out there and try to, get those blocks in there, try to get a 20, 30, 40-yard return. Some teams are good for it. So, but that's not a negative because you can't expect them to do that. But I would like to see us get better on returns, punt returns, kick returns.
Yeah.
And definitely with actually I'm going down to a B+ after that fucking fumble last week in the inside the damn 20-yard line, inside, I think it was inside the 10, so yeah, matter of fact, I'm changing my grade to a B+. They got to bring that back up.
Yeah.
What you got, Sal?
Hey, everything Gotti said, I was at an A, they've been like blocking kicks, the kicking's been good, all that stuff. They've been blocking field goals and all that stuff. But last week, my man fumbled that return on within the 20-yard line. And we just can't have that, we can't have that. Those guys are getting paid a lot of money to catch that ball and run that ball and hold on to it. So and last week it was a crucial moment that he did it. It wasn't like we was up big and it wouldn't cause much, but he did that at a crucial moment. We was already playing shitty in the second half, and then he fumbled that ball, which made it worse. So I'm gonna give him. Man, it's still gonna have B+. I'm still gonna give him B+.
I'm gonna give him a little A. I'm gonna still give him a. I can't let the one play define the whole season, man. They've been doing good, man. And, I gotta show them some love when they been doing it, man. I can't give them an A plus, but I'm gonna give them a solid A, man, throughout the whole year, man. Especially look at the Rams, a couple teams, our special teams have won the game for us throughout the entire season, man. So hey, game predictions, what we got, y'all? What we looking at? We favorite. What was it, by 7?
Yeah, we favored by 7. I mean, to me, I hate that it's gonna come down to it's gonna come down to the wire for me again. It's gonna be a last possession type of game for me. But I think, for my prediction, it's gonna be 24-31 Eagles. That's what I'm giving.
24-30. Okay.
Hey, I think they're gonna have to put their kicker to work today. I think they're gonna be. They may get some good field position, but when it comes down to touchdowns, I think the defense is going to stand up. I'm looking for them to have, touchdown, maybe 3-4 field goals, 12-19, and us to have at least 4 touchdowns, 2 passing, 2 rushing, a couple of field goals, 18-31. So 31-19 Eagles.
31-19. Okay. I like that. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna say 24-19 Eagles. We're gonna take this and do this and bring it on back to victory, man, and get ready to go, man. So we're going around the horn, man. Like I said, we're at the end of the show. We don't want to hold you no more. We know this is the day after Turkey Day. We got a game today at 3:00. People got things to do, places to be, people to see. This type of good garbage. So we're gonna be moving around. Hey, but we appreciate everybody coming on for the show this week. Any final words, got it?
Hey, this is going to be the first game. We haven't scored 30 yet all year, have we?
Yeah, we have.
We have.
That was against was that New York?
Yeah, we did 5 times.
We scored 35 times this year?
Yeah, against the Rams, the Buccaneers, the Giants. No, man,
sorry. We scored 40 today. We scored 40 points today. We scored 40 points today. I'm changing 40-19. We scoring 40 points today. Book it. Book it. We scoring 40 points today. We scored 40 today.
Yeah. What you got, Sam?
And that's my word.
Hey, I would just want to thank all the fans out there, loyal fans. I know today Friday, y'all was confused about what's going on today. Like they coming on. It's a Friday, but yeah, we got a game today. Appreciate everybody out there. Like I said, get those likes up, get those comments up, and tell a friend, and tell a friend. Happy Turkey Day. Don't eat them leftovers. Past 3 days, you probably time to throw them in the trash. So I give you about 3 days on leftovers, and that's about it.
Absolutely. If you just joined, man, we ask you to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, like Sal said. Moving on, man. Peace, love, and hair grease. We see y'all on when we're doing the post game. Saturday. We play today. We do the post game tomorrow. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll let y'all know. We'll let y'all know.
We let the fans know. We'll let y'all know. Just look for the post.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Othello on the beat.